Hi, it's Kitty Blue. I am doing a response to BJD Addicts prompt number 32 about how do you buy a doll, or how did you, what is the process, or how do you go about buying a doll and your first doll. When I first started in the hobby, I actually was looking at different websites and trying to figure out which sculpts and stuff that I wanted. So I did a lot of research ahead of time before I bought a doll. However, the very first doll that I bought was actually kind of a very impulse buy, and it was on eBay. I researched those types of dolls. It was Nabitsu Haruka, 60 centimeter. And I had done some research and looked at different websites that had her on it, and I found one on eBay that was like much less than what the normal price is. So I kind of impulse buy, and she ended up being my first doll that I named Kyoko. Unfortunately, she is not with me any longer. I didn't care for the body too much, and she really wasn't intended to be my first doll. I really wanted to start buying or start finding characters from stories that I had and sketches that I had done like 10-15 years before, maybe even more. It might have been more than 15 years. So I was on Denver Doll, or I'm sorry, Denver Doll Emporium, and I looked through all the different companies that they had on there. And the first doll that I was actually going to originally get was a Resin Soul Day, and or it might be Dai, D-A-I, an SD size. She was originally going to be my first character doll, Kitty Blue, which some people are familiar with her. She did not end up being a Dai because I didn't see any other dolls that were in the SD size and that same in Resin Soul and Babobi that were going to work for my other characters. So I had to go and browse through the MSD sizes, and I found the Resin Soul May. And she was perfect for Kitty Blue. Originally, actually, I wanted Azhu as Kitty Blue, but she has these really long ears, and she just wasn't going to work out. But anyways, I digress. As far as like process and things like that, and buying my dolls, I really do start out with research, except for quite a few impulse buys that I've done on the marketplace on Den of Angels. But I really do like to do my research to find out from the company, what the dolls, look like, how posable they might be, and things like that. So, like I said, as far as process, when I go to, I made out basically a list. That's what I started doing, is I made out a list, and I decided, okay, this doll would be great as this character, and this doll would be great as that character. I wasn't able to find a specific doll for a couple of my characters, but Resin Soul came out with some new dolls, and they were just perfect. It was just like they're in my head or something. So that is definitely a process. I try to stick to my list, but that hasn't gone very well or anything like that. But other than that, basically the process is I just find the if I want specific things, like specifically Resin Soul, if I want specific things for that doll, like say I want a boy head on a girl body with such and such hands, I can contact Resin Soul and I can speak with them, and they will go ahead and take my order through email for my special request, which is just awesome. So I really do look for companies to buy from that have just absolutely just outstanding customer service, and they really do go above and beyond, what normal companies probably would for their customers. Junkie Spot also as well is just great. Emery is just great. I purchased a doll through him, through Bobobi, and requested the dark gray, one of the 1/6 scale dolls in dark gray with a resin soul boy body with a Bobobi girl head, and he was just great and fabulous with contacting Bobobi to see if that was possible, and what the prices was and stuff like that. So that was fabulous. And by far, customer service is like the #1 thing in the world, really, as far as like trying with this hobby. It's really nice that there's people out there that will listen and really take what you're saying to heart and help you out as best they can. So after that, pretty much after I find the company, I order the doll. I don't like to really do layaway, so I try to save up the money that I have for my second job, and that's pretty much my doll fund. So with a little bit here and there, I've gotten a few of my dolls as presents from my significant other. He's just fabulous with my hobby. Let's see, other than other processes, I think that's just about it. I do look at a lot of dolls, and I love a lot of dolls, but I just, some dolls, if I don't have a specific character for them, and I just think, oh, this doll's just gorgeous, I really want it, it actually takes me longer to actually get that doll or to decide on it, just because I know that, okay, this wasn't a specific character that I had in mind, so the process is going to be a little bit longer, just to make sure that, I can come back and look at the doll again and think, yes, I still really want this doll. So I've been trying to work on lessening my impulse buys, which is very hard to do because just this hobby just has such a wide range of dolls and such gorgeous dolls. It's very hard not to want every single sculpt and every single company. But that's pretty much the process. My first doll really wasn't that great of a process. I just kind of saw her, saw the price, and was just like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm hitting the buy button. And it didn't work out, but that's okay. I reshelled her Kyoko into a resin soul Shui, so she is with me now, and I think I like her in that form better. Eventually, maybe I'll get another Abitsu Haruka. I do have the Abitsu 50 centimeter dolls. I have 2 of them, which I just love them. So it's not anything, about the company itself. It's just at that time I didn't really like the styles of the joints, especially the shoulder joints. Kind of were a little weird and stuff. But nothing against Abitsu. They have some great dolls. But I am totally rambling off topic of stuff. So I will go ahead and end the video. So that's pretty much my process of really not having a process. Just I just suggest to a lot of people that do your research, make sure it's the a doll that you really really want, and just think it out first, so that you don't end up buying a doll that might not be what you were expecting. Look at lots of owner pictures and things like that, especially with resin soul. Company photos aren't the greatest, although I could look at them and just see their facial structures and stuff like that and say, okay, I love this jawline, it's perfect for this character. I can kind of look over the fact that they're not professional photos, and they might not have a wig, or their eyes might be wonky or something like that. But let's see. So yeah, that's my process. It'll be interesting to read or listen to other people's ideas and processes and how they buy their dolls. So that is pretty much how I do mine. I make a list, I check it off, and move on to the next one, and wait and wait and wait until they show up. So, and right now I'm actually waiting on 3 dolls. I know, kind of hard. It's very bad to say. I've got so many dolls, but I might be lessening the herd here soon. We will see. I'm not sure if I can part with them. They've got such personalities to me. But I'm rambling again. So thanks for watching. Have any comments down below? BJD Addicts, yay! Love your prompts. And I'm looking forward to more. See you later. Bye.